Boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy. Harlem Eubank. Battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live. Eubank versus Usyk. Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're here. It's weigh-in for the Wasserman Fight Night. Clifton Mitchell, how are we, mate?
I'm good. How are you, sir? Very good.
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah. So, first of all, just touch on why here. Big night for Harry Scarf tomorrow night at the York Hall against Jordan Dujon. How do you see that fight going, and how's he been looking in the gym?
Well, most importantly, I must tell you this, yeah? He's mandatory for Echo Esserman, so this could be a banana skin, couldn't it? So, loses this, I very much doubt that he'll get an opportunity to box Echo. So, we're taking this very, very serious. And there's no mistakes made tomorrow. Got to just get the win. Any shape or form, win, knockout, points, disqualification, you know what I mean? Just win.
It's been a while for him since he was last out, since Green. So for you, is it important for you to see him in the ring before he steps in for that British?
Not necessarily, no. To be fair, if it was up to me, I would have probably not even take this fight. I would have just said wait for it. But you know what? It's good to have a little run out before. But like I said, he's done some really good sparring with some good kids. So he's on the money.
Do you think Echo will take that fight, or do you think he'll end up vacating?
First and foremost, now all I've got is respect for Echo. Respect for Echo and his team. First and foremost, listen, it's a local derby, isn't it? It's Derby Forest, isn't it? And we don't like Forest, so it's a good one. It's a good one for a local rivalry. You know what I mean? The A52, the Battle of the A52, which is like between Derby and Nottingham, one road. So I'd say Echo will take the fight. He's a champion. He doesn't duck anybody. He'll fight anybody, go anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's an absolutely pick 'em fight. Everybody will think Echo's a favourite, but I think Harry's got it. I think Harry's all wrong for most people.
There's potential for a really big fight night in that part of England, isn't there? Well, I know there was meant to be the Jack Parker one middle of last year. That didn't work out.
Disrespect to Jack Parker. Jack Parker can't come to Pride Park, even though he's a Derby County fan. He doesn't live nowhere near Derby. Understand? And to fill that, you need my fighters on it. Harry Scarf, Sandy Ryan, and so on and so on and so on. But like I said, it's very hard for them to actually pull that fight off. Where you've got Usyk fighting Andre, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was meant to be fighting Andrade, but he ended up fighting John Ryder.
Andrade don't sell a ticket, so how the hell are we going to fill it? And listen, if it had done 1,000 tickets, all well and good. I'm talking about Zach Parker, but really, you need to do more than 1,000,
Well, you mentioned Sandy Ryan there. Let's touch on her. I think it's 4 weeks on Saturday until she gets that massive opportunity in Cardiff. Do you believe she does it? I know you're always confident with Sandy.
I'm always confident because she's a talent. She's a very. I mean, another 3-4 camps with her, you'll probably see the best of her. At the minute, we won't even see the best of her. There's still more to come. This girl's a very, very tough girl. We're going up her weight. This girl can fight, undefeated, and listen, it's a world title fight. So you have to be on the money. If you're not on the money and you get beat, you've got no one to blame apart from yourself. So. Me personally, I think that she beats her comfortably. But you don't know what happens, until we get in the ring. And funny things have happened at sea.
I remember speaking to you before our last fight, and you said, we'll take the Chantel Cameron fight. We now know that Chantel's got the Katie Taylor fight, but that's still a massive fight for the future, isn't it?
Yeah, well, them two have got history from GB, and she's not my best friend, to be fair. I don't think she really likes me, but who gives a beep? But there you go. But all in all, you've got to give this girl respect. Chantel Cameron's been in the game for a long time, and she's got all the marbles. So I have to give her respect. And there's nothing personal with me, to be honest. I don't even know the girl. But I back my girl to beat her every day of the week, twice on Sundays, as they say. But, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Chantel Cameron or Katie Taylor. I think Chantel Cameron's got a really good chance of beating her. But I'm going to edge Katie Taylor on this. I'm going to edge it.
We'll just go to some current boxing affairs. Saturday night, massive fight night, Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. Anthony Joshua's kind of the beginning of his next chapter of his career. What do you make of the fight and how do you see it going?
I think it all depends, you know. There's two ways to look at this. Either Joshua ain't gonna do what I expect him to do, or Franklin had too much time to prepare. There's some fighters that you get that have too much time to prepare, and the thought of the fight is harder than the fight. You know what I mean? And there's some fighters that you can put them in there last minute and fight better than if you give them a 6-week camp or a 12-week camp. So we don't know yet, but I think Joshua should get rid of this kid, because I think Dylan didn't really go to town on him. He had a new coach, Buddy McGurk, and Buddy was telling him to use the jab, which for me I think was probably not the best way to go. He should have got into him and fucked him up, but there you go. But I think I want Joshua to come back, and I want him to do well, and I want him to... Listen, Joshua is the person that brought boxing back to these shores at a very, very high level. I've said my things about Joshua, and my things are that he needed to go back ghetto, and that's what he's done. And hopefully everybody that's said things to him, and he's, like I said, you only can do what you can do. Don't try and be something you're not. You know?
Can he be heavyweight world champion again?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Listen, it's heavyweight boxing. Heavyweight boxing. One punch. Nobody thought that Douglas would have beat Tyson. Understand? But listen, he's got a very hard job on his hands. I think he'd probably beat Usyk now. I don't know about Tyson though.
Well, Anthony Joshua would beat Usyk now.
Probably with a different attitude and a different way to go at it. Understand? But Tyson's just a different animal.
Do you think that link up with Derek James is a good link up for Anthony?
We'll find out tomorrow night. No, Saturday night. We'll find out Saturday night, and we'll find out. And listen, he can throw punches anyway. It's all about mentality in this game, and if he can, how can I put it? Put together what Franklin, his new trainer. What's his new trainer called?
Derek James.
Derek James put together. Listen, he's got good kids in the gym. I'm a big, massive fan of Errol Spence Jr. Errol, massive fan. One is Jamaican. That makes it even better. And then I like the way he fights. So I think if he can implement some of his, and listen, he's around champions, yeah. He's around winners. I'm not saying he wasn't like before. Now he's took himself away. Now he's in the hood, and he's gone ghetto, hasn't he? So that's what I'm going to see. I'm going to see that ghetto come out in him.
Last one, it come out today that Derek Chisora might be in talks to fight Dillian Whyte for a third time in a trilogy fight. Is that a fight you'd be interested in seeing?
Not really. There's nothing in it, is there? Let's get it right. There's nothing in that. Listen, I think in boxing, AJ is more interesting than in boxing Chisora. No disrespect to Derek, no disrespect to Dylan, but I think there's more in it if you box AJ. I think people will be more interested to watch that one than to watch Derek anymore. Never mind against him anymore, in fact. You know?
Should Derek hang the gloves up?
No, I'm not telling anybody should hang the gloves up, but I think he needs to try something different, you know? I think this. I mean, he's gone into Saudi and in with all them. I think that's where his new lease of life will come from. Rather than he doesn't need to get in the ring. If he wants to get in the ring, get in the ring. But you know, it's long-term injuries, not now.
Clifton, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and best of luck. Go on.
Up the Rams.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
Must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,